In today's video, we're going over Sony rumored to be developing a brand new IP, possibly for the PlayStation 5. Two major JRPGs might be in development in the Kingdom Hearts franchise, and Stormdivers, a PlayStation 4 title done by a studio that I very much respect in Housemarque, has been put on hold as they are betting everything on a different AAA project. That's some very interesting information, and we'll go over that at the end of this video. Maybe a lot of you guys aren't familiar with Housemarque's work, but maybe I can get you up to speed on them. But first up, Sony is rumored to be developing a brand new IP, possibly for the PlayStation 5, and it could be a new horror IP. After being neglected for years, the horror genre is at an all-time high again, with games like Outlast and Resident Evil 7, as noted by WCCF Tech, proving players are ready to be scared again. Sony has also been going down the horror well over the last generation. I don't know if you want to put Last of Us in the horror genre, but you got a lot of zombies in there, and more so you've got games like Until Dawn. Even Bloodborne can fit in that category, but Until Dawn really the primary horror game over the last few years that Sony themselves have published, and it turned out really good. I thought Until Dawn was a rather good game, obviously more narrative focus and more of that cheesy 80s style horror, but a rather good game. And with all that focus, it seems like Sony might be planning to delve even deeper into that horror genre. According to Entertainment Insider Amira Kaya, who mainly focuses on DC and Batman related news, but seems to have some contact within Sony as well, as a new PlayStation horror IP is said to be in the works. The tweet also has a telltale PlayStation 5 hashtag, which would mean that it's probably being developed by PS5. And the tweets are rather interesting, noting, quote, "I know I don't normally post about gaming stuff except Batman related things, but I've learned that Sony is currently working on a new horror IP. Interesting. Hashtag PS5, hashtag PlayStation." Kaya would later seemingly clarify that the game is being made by a very well-respected horror game director, and posted a gif of Hideo Kojima. He noted, quote, "By a very well-respected horror game director, that's Kojima, alright." Now, it should also be added that in another reply, Kaya seemed to indicate that they don't actually know who's directing the new IP, and that they merely hope it's Kojima, so don't get too carried away just yet. However, Hideo Kojima did have work being done on the Silent Hills game. Obviously, that got canceled by Konami, so I would imagine that Kojima would want to dip his toe in a horror game once again, but we'll see if that comes to fruition. Whatever the case may be, a brand new IP being done by Sony, and it being a PlayStation 5 horror project, I think that's going to get a lot of people excited. And if there is a big name working on the game, Hideo Kojima would be one of the likelier options, given that Kojima and Sony already have a working relationship with all the work that was done in Death Stranding. Obviously, Death Stranding was a little bit different because it wasn't being developed by a first-party Sony studio. However, Sony did have a hand in publishing the game, and that's why you're seeing the game also being released on PC later this year, although a lot of PS4 exclusives are coming to PC now, at least seemingly if reports are to be believed. That said, based on current speculation, it seems like the two most likely scenarios as WCCF Tech laid it out. The new horror IP is a revised version of Hideo Kojima's Silent Hills under a new name. Kojima did recently hint he might be getting back into horror, so all of that comes together. Alternatively, it could be a new game from Silent Hill creator Kiichiro Toyama, who is known to be working on something at Sony Interactive Entertainment Japan Studio. Japan Studio working on something major would make a lot of sense. And then there was also rumblings about Konami working on new Silent Hill stuff, so Silent Hill might be making its way back into gaming in a big way. If Sony's doing something related to the project and also Konami is getting back into the fold, that would be some very, very exciting stuff, and quite possibly one of the most disappointing moments of this entire generation had to be the cancellation of Silent Hills. That was a bummer in all regards. We played the PT tech demo and that was phenomenal, but unfortunately Silent Hills never came to fruition. But the door is always going to be open. If Sony, Konami, Kojima, if they all come together, maybe something will get done, and that could be rather compelling, especially as a PS5 project now. Take it all with a grain of salt, but do leave your own thoughts in the comment section down below. Alright, moving on from that, and speaking of games in development, Kingdom Hearts has two new development teams. The new title is coming surprisingly soon, and plus an unexpected Kingdom Hearts Union X announcement is due out rather soon. Two new Kingdom Hearts teams separate from the Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts Union X teams have been established within Square Enix, according to a 13 Questions of Darkness Q&A posted on the Japanese Kingdom Hearts Twitter account today, and one of those teams will release a title surprisingly soon. The Q&A reads, quote, "While a traditional Kingdom Hearts game will take some time, the Kingdom Hearts Union X team will be the first making an unexpected announcement soon. Furthermore, in addition to the Kingdom Hearts 3 and Kingdom Hearts Union X teams, two new teams are currently at work, and one of their titles is coming surprisingly soon." With the release of the latest update today, as well as the January 23rd release of the downloadable content in Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind for the PlayStation 4, the Q&A also touched on the potential of future updates and downloadable content, noting, quote, "We don't have updates planned at this time, but if something comes up in the future, then we will deal with it." The Q&A continued, as for downloadable content, Remind is the first and last. We're already working on the next title, so Remind is coming out. That'll be closing out the Kingdom Hearts 3 experience, and now they're moving on to a new title, but good to see that Kingdom Hearts is going to be at the forefront of Square Enix's business plan. Given that Kingdom Hearts 3 sold rather well, I imagine that they looked at the financials and realized, hey, there's a big appetite for more Kingdom Hearts, so let's roll out more Kingdom Hearts content. And finally, where Kingdom Hearts games in the past were expanded through the release of a final mix version, Kingdom Hearts 3 expanded through updates and the upcoming downloadable content. Asked about a final mix version, the Q&A had the following to say. Noting, quote, "Currently there are no concrete plans for a final mix release. If it appears on new platforms in the future, then it's a possibility, but I'm not thinking about whether or not that will become a final mix. I find that hard to believe. Square Enix re-releases games like no other. Final Fantasy 15 with the Royal Edition, Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age on a billion different platforms. You had collections of collections with the Kingdom Hearts collection. If Square Enix finds the opportunity to re-release a game, they are taking that opportunity to re-release a game. They just put out Shadow of the Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. I don't know if Just Cause 4 got anything yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if they got a refined version of that or whatever the case may be. Kingdom Hearts 3 is available now for PS4 and Xbox One. You can get it rather cheap, around that $10 to $15 range if you look hard enough. Yeah, it's available that cheap. The downloadable content in Remind is out on PlayStation 4 right now, and it will be headed to the Xbox One on February 25th. So exciting news coming out of Square Enix in regards to Kingdom Hearts, and it looks like that franchise is going to be here to stay and developing quite a bit over the next few months or so. We should be hearing announcements rather soon. Lastly, I do want to talk about some rather interesting information. Stormdivers, a brand new PlayStation 4 title, has been put on hold as Housemarque is apparently betting everything on a brand new AAA project. Now, Stormdivers was a battle royale-inspired action shooter in development at Housemarque, the Finnish studio, and it has now been put on hold. Housemarque's CEO announced the news yesterday as a part of a lengthy letter detailing the Finnish studio's plans going forward. Apparently, every resource on the development team, now the biggest that Housemarque has ever had, is now being put to work on a AAA project which should be revealed later this year. The statement is rather lengthy, but I do want to read it to you guys. In the past 25 years, the Finnish games industry has grown from a handful of developers to a prominent industry where now over 3,000 people are working on different games in multiple genres and platforms. It has been fascinating to watch how Finland has become a global player in the games business, attracting professionals from abroad to join world-class studios in developing groundbreaking games. Quite a few things have changed for Housemarque as well, and our path has taken many turns. Our journey has taken us to a fantastic place where we are pinching ourselves to make sure this is not all just a dream. We are working on our biggest and most ambitious title yet and have amazing support from our yet-to-be-announced partner. Our team of almost 80 people is comprised of talented, smart, and hardworking individuals from all around the world, and it has been invigorating and inspiring to see how this game concept has turned into a reality as more and more ideas have formed the basis of a truly incredible product. Despite not knowing if we would ever get past the initial stages of pre-production, we have now spent almost 3 years working on this game, and now we are in full-scale production and super excited to reveal more in the coming months. So now we are focused on delivering our most ambitious and biggest game to date, putting every other project on hold, including the development of Stormdivers. It is great that the whole company can come together to deliver this game, which will define the next evolution of Housemarque. We are very humbled to have amazing support from our partner over the course of the past few years, and this support has continuously grown on a monthly basis. Now, we don't know what this game is, however, Housemarque working on something incredibly ambitious is very exciting. Now, if you guys don't know who Housemarque are, again, a Finnish studio, and they've worked on some excellent downloadable titles. Resogun, which many consider to be the best launch game on the PlayStation 4, Super Stardust HD, Dead Nation, Matterfall. However, with all of those games, Housemarque was kind of finding itself in this relegation of releasing these more budget downloadable titles, but with Stormdivers, they obviously were going for something a little bit more ambitious, and now with this project, it looks like they are going all in, and they are trying to develop something that is very, very big in scale and production, and it seems like they do have a partner helping them out, whatever it may be. I don't know if it's Tencent, but Tencent is putting in a lot of money in various studios, and that's definitely definitely going to help a lot of studios out. I believe Platinum Games just had a partnership, so that would make sense. And Housemarque, in my opinion, is one of the most underrated studios in all of gaming. I was disappointed to hear that they were working on a Battle Royale game. It was like, man, you're going this route instead of doing what you were known for. But I understood why they had to go a different route, and I was still going to check out Stormdivers because it was a Housemarque title. Now that that game has been put on hold, it's going to be very interesting to see what this new game they're working on is, because it looks to be a lot bigger in scale than even Stormdivers. So very excited to hear more on that, and I'll let you guys know when we hear about that. And that's going to conclude this video. Again, Sony is rumored to be developing a brand new horror IP, possibly for PS5. That's what it looks like. Kingdom Hearts has 2 new development teams. New title is coming surprisingly soon, and Stormdivers has been put on hold as Housemarque is betting everything on a brand new AAA project, which we should hear about later this year. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.